Well, this is just a quick response to Zach's video. Good video, Zach, regarding the institution of the free press and getting out partisan views and all of that. And of course, as we both know, the corporate media is controlled by the very same corporations who tend to suppress free speech. Not because they don't like free speech, but because it's all about profits, of course, and advertising dollars. And so that tends to have bigger implications for the rest of us. So, I was just thinking, just a quick example, and I'll bet you I can find something right now. I'm gonna click on Google News right now to see what is in their headlines, basically, at this moment. So let me take a look. So, okay, so here we go. This is basically how the media spectrum looks at this very moment, and I think it's about 10 minutes after 6 o'clock Pacific time here. So one of the headlines here says that Michelle Obama fever hits the UK. And, Michelle Obama is a hit at the G20 meeting, evidently. And another headline says, Obama gives Queen Elizabeth her personal iPod. So this is coming from various news sources. The first one was the BBC News. The other one was the Los Angeles Times. Now, mind you, these are top stories, on Google News in America here. Some other stuff that is being said. Obama and Brown urge united action on world economy. Now, none of these articles or headlines even go beyond the details. And what you're not hearing is some of the other voices on which I have read today, not in the major news. It was an article by economist Michael Hudsons, for instance, regarding the G20 meeting. And basically, our European allies, and particularly people outside of Europe, Russia and China in particular, are pretty pissed off about our demands on continued funding for our national debt. And of course, they're pouring money into our treasuries to finance our national debt, and they're getting pretty tired of it. Not just because they're pouring their own money into this whole problem, but also because they're financing essentially their own military encirclement. So this is not even being discussed in American news, these concerns. So they are propping up a U.S. military budget which is harmful to their national interests because, it's all about control of energy and pipelines and so on. But it's not even mentioned in the American press that these countries who are financing our debt are actually having those concerns regarding our military budget. And when it comes to some of our own viewpoints regarding our military budget, those are also not aired for the most part in America or in the American news, let alone any serious labor issues, except for a few protests outside of GM buildings, which have been building up for years. And there is just no context provided through the major media. And of course, I agree, you have to be very careful regarding the internet too, because anybody can just post their opinions on here. So if you follow certain sources for a long enough time, and if you discover that they sometimes go against their own party, or their previously stated positions, because they're re-examining things, that's probably a good thing to do. Now, as far as reforming the fourth estate in America, that's going to be a long road, because first of all, as I said, the major media here in the United States, television and particularly the print media, is so amiss in their assessment of everything. And as you said, all the investigative journalism has basically been so curtailed to where there are only very, very few sources available at this point to even, for any citizen to even get a picture of anything. And unless, you're lucky enough to speak a different language and can read sources from other countries and so on, you're simply not getting the bigger picture. And there are sources out there, but you have to find them. And it's a long-term problem. So I would like to urge everyone to look into the website called freepress.net. It's a good organization. It provides a larger picture in terms of the U.S. media here, what legislation to support and what not to support, and also check out international sources, even if they're printed in English or something. You'll get a larger perspective on things, other than what you're getting from the American news, particularly regarding foreign policy or this G20 meeting. Now, we're facing some big problems here, and you basically can't have a republic, as Zach said, a functioning republic without an informed citizenry, and that goes for democracy as well. And we're not talking about mob rule here. We're just talking about people who are basically, they've been subjected to a disinformation campaign for years and years and years through various sources. So thanks for the video, Zach. Let's keep on the subject, and I hope more other viewers will join us and put some stories out here on YouTube. Which are most people don't have the time to look them up for themselves. That's all I have to say. Good night, and good video, Zach.